All right, Spencer, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Here's one.
Oh.
Here's a great one.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad starting off. This is Jack Black.
Oh, dude.
He's a little man. He's 5'6". Multi-talented, multi-hyphenate, short king in my eyes. Like, to me, this goes automatically to S. Like, he's embraces it. He's the goofiest, silliest. He seems kind as hell. He's always he seems engaged in whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's played opposite taller people in rom-coms.
True. That's
Kate Winslet's probably taller than him.
I think so. One of the most confident people I think I've ever witnessed in my life.
Yeah, see, until this, I would never have thought of him, as short. It's just not even, you think of so many things before being short, and I think that is what being a short king is somewhat about.
Yeah.
You're so many other things besides that.
Exactly. You don't let your shortness define you, but you aren't trying to hide it. He is larger than life. I agree. S tier for me.
This is an S. This is an S for me.
Absolute S tier.
S for short.
That's right. Oh, next up. Markiplier.
What? He's short?
By now, you've probably all seen his penis.
Yeah. Markiplier, what we found is 5'8". Not super short, but technically qualifies. Wildly successful YouTuber.
Yes.
Arguably one of the most successful YouTubers ever. I think his voice,
incredible voice.
You would assume he is 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he has done some great stuff. Unis Annus, people are a big fan of. And as of filming this right now,
we have just received confirmation.
Yeah, that he might be, for charity, revealing his penis, which might be the most short king thing you can ever do. But I think my vote is that Markiplier is an A or a B, because I think Markiplier still is working his way up.
We got to apply the formula too, 5'8".
Yeah, 5'8".
You gotta stand out more.
That's the issue. Is if Markiplier was 5'2", S tier.
Yeah.
But 5'8", it's okay, you're so close to average height.
You want to be like us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling? I'm feeling maybe B or A.
Let's say B.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel good about that.
Seems like a great guy. Short king. Not.
Yeah. I get it.
Not what I'm picturing.
Exactly.
Here we go. Lil Wayne.
Ooh, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. It's in the title.
Yeah.
He's 5'5".
He has absolutely owned it. You can't deny that he has owned the out
Did
of
he
being
name
short.
himself?
That is good. Well, if he didn't name himself, if someone else said, "Hey, you're Lil Wayne," he didn't fight it. He eventually took it and was like, "Yeah, that's my name." Look, I'm personally not a huge fan of his music.
I remember I used to be a big hater. One time I saw him on SNL and he was playing the guitar and he was so bad at it.
Yeah.
He was so bad at it.
He did have the rock thing that he tried to do for a second. That might bump him down 1 or 2.
Hey, Know How to Love Slander. Know How to Love Slander. That's a good song.
No. There are great Lil Wayne songs. There's the one there's the pop punk one he did with Nicki Minaj.
True. Now, being high up in the rap industry, that's impressive. That's a huge win for Short Kings.
I think there have been a lot of really tiny rappers throughout the years.
There have. Yeah. I think there might be more that we have here. I'm going to let you make the call on this one.
I'm going to say another B.
Okay.
I'm going to say a B because he's Lil.
He is Lil.
We can rearrange these.
For sure. Next we have Tom Holland. Wow. Spider-Man.
Here's my. I'm not a big fan.
You're not a big fan of Tom Holland. Fan. Whoa, what is it?
No range.
No range.
No range.
You just hate charismatic white men.
I hate charismatic white men. Well, he's not super. Well, there's so many other men in the MCU that I do like.
See, I'm a big fan of Tom Holland. I love his Spider-Man. He does have so much charisma on screen. He's so confident. His charm in interviews is notorious. And, I don't know if it's rumors or not, but I think he's dating Zendaya. And
I think rumors they're engaged.
And every photo of the two of them, it's like she towers over him, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. So
just a note, I wouldn't care either.
Okay. I think I might go another B here. B or C, maybe. No, B.
I'm going to say B, and let's move Lil Wayne to C.
You want to move Lil Wayne to C? Okay, Lil Wayne has been demoted. Why?
Just to make more room at B tier.
Okay. Wow.
Then we got Bruno Mars.
Ooh, C.
5'5". Here's the thing. This says 5'5". I saw him one time in San Francisco. not 5'5".
You think he's even
5'3"?
interesting?
Probably 5'3". I mean, you've seen the picture of him and Taylor Swift.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's the thing that came to my mind first of why he is such a powerful short king. He walked up onto that stage to accept that award, and he was not worried at all. He was so confident. Taylor Swift was easily twice his height.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, this might be controversial, but because Bruno Mars is so short but such a great performer and has so many hits, I was gonna argue A.
I'll say A.
Okay.
Well, I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Look, in the comments, you can say whatever you want, you know? We're just two short kings. There's other short kings out there. You have to be a short king to be able to change the official rankings, but you can all give your opinions. Oh, Spencer, I think this one's gonna mean a lot to you. Linus Tech Tips. Now, I don't know much about Linus Tech Tips. I do not watch his channel much, but you've talked about him a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think he's the gold standard for tech YouTubers, if we're being honest. I think he's great. He's funny. Like, here's the thing. He's kind of niche. I mean, I say he's niche. Like, he's niche in, if I were to go into the world and be like, oh, Linus Tech Tips, they'd be like, what the stop. Let's throw him in B.
Okay. Linus Tech Tips goes to B.
Yeah. Okay. Who we got up next? Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Yikes.
Saying he was 5'8". Now.
Yeah, I don't believe he's 5'8".
Yeah. I was talking to maybe you and Kiana the other day, and I was Ubering in, and my Uber driver was listening to Joe Rogan. And it was so funny because I've never really listened to it. And at one point they were just like, they were saying things like they were facts. And they'd be like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, no, I believe you. And then one person, like, a little later would be like, oh, actually, like, I looked it up and that's not true. And they'd be like, oh, okay. Like they were just going to totally let that go. Like, they were just going to totally, like, yeah, this is going to be, I don't think he's an outright villain, but it's going to be an E for me.
I think E is fair. I think he, so much of the bad criteria he fits into, the toxic masculinity. I think he's given a bad name to short kings. You know, people look at people like him and they just attribute that to all short kings. It's unfortunate. So I agree with E.
Yeah.
He had a lot of, he had potential back in the day.
Fear Factor is a fun show.
When he was on Fear Factor, he was a talented martial artist and stuff. He had a pathway to be cool, and he's gone this route. It's unfortunate.
He chose this. He chose this tier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Next up, Lionel Messi, 5'7". Now, as of this, the World Cup is not over. So hopefully there's a chance by the time this video comes out that he is world champion, which he deserves. Many people argue that he is one of the greatest athletes alive. And if you've watched him play soccer, which is what it's called, he is fantastic. I think it's awesome for someone the same height as me to be so epic at sports. I would argue either A or S to be one of the greatest athletes alive.
But like, I don't know. I think internationally, yes, but like to an American, to me, like it's worthless. Like that's like
Really?
worthless. Like, well, also like soccer players, like there's no like height advantage really.
What?
I don't know. Kimmy's over there, Greg's over there, they both play soccer.
How tall is Pele? Someone Google that.
I think he has beaten the odds. I don't think his height was an advantage. I think he is great.
He's a little guy. He's hard to see on the field.
I think they call him the Little Wonder.
What do you think they do, Spencer? Like climb between people's legs? Like,
Yes! Short king behavior.
I want to say S, man. A short king dominated a sport. That's
Okay.
epic.
What about, who's the really short basketball player? Was it Muggsy Bogues?
Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
I thought about including him. He's obviously a short
Yeah.
king. He's epic as hell. Do we want to? Are you fine if I put him at A
do
then?
A.
Okay,
Let's-
A. Fine.
Someone more my speed. Billy Joel.
Billy Joel, 5'5", Piano Man. I don't know how I feel because
I'm not a big Billy Joel fan.
yeah, I like Billy Joel a lot, but I just feel like he's always sitting down at his piano, and that's because he
Yeah.
doesn't want to stand up.
He doesn't want people to know.
He doesn't want people to know. For me, Billy Joel is maybe C.
For the longest time, is that Billy Joel?
That's Billy Joel.
Okay, that gets him a B for me because I do love that
You wanna
song.
put him at B?
But Piano Man actually makes me want to gouge my eyes out.
Really? I love Piano Man.
I bet you do.
Okay.
I'm more of an Elton John guy, who also seems short.
I think Elton John might also be short. Well, Elton John might be short now.
Yeah, he's
You're,
shrunk.
you have
He's
to be
shrunk.
rated. You have to be rated on like if you hit 5'10" at some point in your life, you can't be a short king.
Billy Joel, C for me.
I think it's a C. I just don't feel like he's because it's what has he done?